Science tells us that decisions made in moments of anger are far more likely to be wrong than decisions made in calm situations. This happens because during anger, the brain works through emotion instead of careful thinking. That is why the philosopher Aristotle once said that anyone can become angry, but to be angry at the right time, for the right reason, and in the right amount is a true skill. The real question is, have we truly mastered this skill? Most of us fail to realize how one moment of anger can destroy relationships built over many years, or how one emotional decision can completely change the direction of life. Having power does not make a person truly strong. Real strength comes from the ability to control one's emotions. There was once a powerful king who was known for his intelligence, but he had one serious weakness. He lost his temper very quickly. Even small problems made him angry. And in those moments, he made decisions based on emotion instead of logic. Because of this, many people were punished harshly for very small mistakes. And slowly, fear began to spread across his kingdom.
After some time, the king went back to his teacher and thanked him. He admitted that he had finally understood that true strength does not lie in anger, but in control. The teacher smiled and told him that this struggle is not his alone. Many people fail to control their emotions and make decisions under pressure. He encouraged the king to share this lesson with others so that they too could improve their lives. He further explained that emotions like anger, happiness, and sadness are all natural. They come and go. They are a normal part of life. However, the problem begins when we allow these emotions to control our actions. Instead of being carried away by them, we should learn to stay calm and patient. This allows us to guide our lives with awareness instead of reacting blindly.
Seeing this, the teacher calmly stepped in. He spoke gently and asked the king to think for a moment. He explained that the servant did not bring the fly, and it must have fallen into the soup afterward. But the king, still irritated, said that even small things like this were enough to ruin his mood. The teacher smiled and replied with wisdom. He said that the fly did not destroy his peace. His reaction did. A person who cannot control their own emotions can never truly control anything else. These words made the king silent. For the first time, he paused and reflected. The teacher continued by explaining that decisions made in anger or extreme emotions are often wrong. He advised the king to always take a moment before reacting, to give his mind time to calm down. Emotions should not control a person. Instead, a person should learn to control their emotions. The king admitted that he tried to control his anger, but often failed. The teacher explained the reason very simply. He said that control is not something that happens instantly. It is a skill that requires practice. Just like the body becomes strong through exercise, the mind becomes strong through patience and discipline. Emotional control is a habit, and habits are built over time. These words deeply affected the king. From that day on, he began to pause before reacting. Whenever something triggered his anger, he reminded himself to stay calm and think clearly. Slowly, he started noticing changes in himself. His mind became more peaceful, and his decisions became wiser. Over time, people in the kingdom began to respect him, not out of fear, but out of admiration. His life, as well as his kingdom, became more balanced and peaceful.
After some time, the king went back to his teacher and thanked him. He admitted that he had finally understood that true strength does not lie in anger, but in control. The teacher smiled and told him that this struggle is not his alone. Many people fail to control their emotions and make decisions under pressure. He encouraged the king to share this lesson with others so that they too could improve their lives. He further explained that emotions like anger, happiness, and sadness are all natural. They come and go. They are a normal part of life. However, the problem begins when we allow these emotions to control our actions. Instead of being carried away by them, we should learn to stay calm and patient. This allows us to guide our lives with awareness instead of reacting blindly.
If we look at our own lives, we will notice that we often get trapped in stress, pressure, and anxiety. In such moments, we react quickly without thinking, and later we regret those decisions. That is why the first step toward emotional control is understanding what triggers our emotions. These triggers can be different for every person. For some, criticism may create anger. For others, certain memories or situations may cause sadness or frustration. To truly understand our emotions, we need self-awareness. When we feel overwhelmed, we should pause and observe what we are feeling without judging ourselves. Simple techniques like deep breathing or quiet reflection can help calm the mind. By paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and physical reactions, we can learn how to respond better instead of reacting instantly.
There are also practical ways to manage emotions. Taking a short break, talking to someone you trust, or doing something relaxing can help reduce emotional pressure. Most importantly, we should always remind ourselves that emotions are temporary. No feeling lasts forever. When we learn to stay patient and calm, even in difficult situations, we begin to take control of our lives. Instead of being driven by emotions, we become the ones who guide our actions. This leads to a life with fewer regrets, better decisions, and more peace. In the end, emotional control is not about stopping emotions, but about understanding them and choosing how to respond. And that is what truly
makes a person strong.